Ich bin immer noch im WWE Performance Center in Orlando und neben mir sitzt gerade niemand anderes als der Coverstar von WWE 2K19 und WWE World Champion AJ Styles.
So I was watching the video games over there when you were talking in German. I'm sorry.
You missed nothing. I just told them how awesome you are and that you're the champion right now.
I'm pretty sure I'm not awesome. I am phenomenal.
Oh, okay, yeah. First mistake. I'm sorry.
All right.
Sorry. Everybody knows you're a huge gamer.
Yes.
So,
Should.
how much does it mean to you that you're the cover athlete of WWE 2K19?
It's one of those things that you never thought you'd be able to accomplish. To be on the cover of a video game, man, I can't put it into words, man. It's definitely one of those bucket list things that now is off, but it's gonna be. It really hasn't set in, but I think when I'm walking through a department store and I see the game in there, I think that'll be really cool.
What was your reaction when they asked you to be the cover star?
You want to see my reaction?
Yeah, sure.
That was my reaction.
You stepped into the ring with many great wrestlers, but what is your dream match that's only possible in WWE 2K19?
Do you know how many times I've been asked that?
The first time, because I'm an awesome interviewer.
He's wrong. He may be an awesome interviewer, but it's definitely not the first time. But my answer will always be the same. This isn't a question for me. This is a question for the WWE Universe. My job is to give them these dream matches. And if you can't get that dream match that you want to see, you can play it on WWE 2K19.
You should go into a PR position when you quit wrestling. You're really good at this.
I may have to. This whole working with the WWE is taking its toll on my body, man. I may go into PR. That's a good idea. I'll let them know.
Everybody knows that you're a big collector of video games and consoles. How many consoles and video games do you have currently? Do you know that?
I don't think it's over 20. It's pretty close. Now I'm counting handhelds as well as consoles. Yeah, maybe the more I think about it, it may be over 20. It may be over 20. But I just love it because it brings me back. It brings me back to when I first fell in love with video games, and there's just something special about that. As a kid, everything was much simpler, and you looked forward to that Saturday where you could play video games all day long and nobody was going to mess with you. I miss those days, But yeah, man, I just love them, man. There's just something about them.
Can you remember your first video game?
First video game I think was on Atari. I want to say it was the Pac-Man, but it was not my favorite game on the Atari. My favorite game on the Atari was Asteroids. I played that game, and I remember being maybe in the second grade when I flipped it. Now, I don't know if you know what flipping the game is where the number's literally 9,999, 999, and it flips over to your back at 0. That's how you beat the game. That's when you officially beat the game. And Asteroids was the first game I flipped.
What are your top 3 video games of all time?
Top 3 video games of all time. Now, some of these are based on the emotion that I got from knowing that my dad got the last Super Mario Brothers 2 in the store, and I got it for Christmas. It was awesome. It was awesome. And I think that Pro Wrestling, the video game, the actual game called Pro Wrestling on the NES was another great game. And I'll tell you, I enjoyed Street Fighter so much in the arcades. And then when it came out on the Super Nintendo, I didn't expect it to have the same graphics. And so I was blown away. And I played it just to a point where I started getting blisters on my thumb. So I took a Band-Aid and put it over the blister and continued to play. That's just 3 games. I wouldn't say it was my top because it changes when I go, oh yeah, I forgot about this game. And I could talk about this for hours because it seems like every console there are other games that just change everything, So yeah, I could name off a lot more than just 3.
How many of your consoles do you take with you when you're on the road?
take one. Actually, that's a lie. I take two. I take my Xbox One, and I take my Switch. Those always come with me. They're in my book bag right now. I play them all the time.
Yeah, right. You prefer the Xbox One, and you had this little argument with Seth Rollins on the Madden finals.
Well,
I remember.
You know, we did play on the PlayStation where the only thing with the Xbox, the PlayStation X is somewhere else on the controller, and it was just totally throwing me off. Now I have no excuse because we play on the Xbox, and he did end up beating me barely. So yeah,
I had the same problem at E3. I was playing Sekiro, and I'm used to the PlayStation layout, and they said press X, and I was always pressing A and jumped around like an idiot.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem we're running into. That's why I'm just an Xbox guy, and the reason why I'm an Xbox guy is because when the regular Xbox came out, I think they were more advanced as far as the playing online, and so that's what transformed me into an Xbox guy.
Although you're an Xbox guy, have you played the new Spider-Man yet? A lot of your colleagues are tweeting about it around the clock.
Yeah, I heard it looks awesome. Well, I've seen it. It looks awesome. I don't know how it plays, but it looks like it's a really fun game. And don't get me wrong, I have a PS4. I mean, come on. But you know, I'm anxious to see what the other guys are thinking about it.
Back to WWE 2K19. Which superstar would you choose to play with when you're not allowed to select yourself?
Well, my go-to guy was always Sting. But I don't know, I saw Dusty Rhodes in there, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to play with Dusty now. So, like, yeah, those will be my two guys.
So, for the end of this interview, I'd like to add some short questions to you as a gamer.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo?
Super Nintendo.
Uncharted or Tomb Raider?
Uncharted.
Spider-Man or Batman?
Well, that's unfair because the new Spider-Man just came out. Neutral.
I don't make the rules.
I'm neutral.
Neutral, okay. Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption?
Red Dead.
The Witcher or Dark Souls?
Dark Souls.
PUBG or Fortnite?
PUBG.
Will there ever be another Madden rematch between you and Seth?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, AJ.
Thank you, bud.